Come in.
Hi there.
Hello.
I'm Claire.
Hi.
Hi. And your name?
Cecily?
Cecily. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks. So what brings you in today?
I've just been sort of feeling kind of a little tired and sad lately, and I don't really know why. And I just not like doing my regular activities as much, and I've been having occasionally, not all the time, but I've been having these dark moods that come and go, and it's not like I'm thinking about suicide, but I just get these dark moods sometimes. So I'm not exactly sure what's, going on.
Mm-hmm. And what does a dark mood feel like? What's that like?
I don't know exactly how to explain it. It's sort of like, I just feel sort of not very hopeful, and don't have a lot of energy. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad you came in.
Thanks.
I think that's really great and brave. I appreciate that. Typically, our time will be about 35 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
So I hope that's okay. And then this is just a good opportunity to hear from you, what things you might want to talk about, see if I have any resources or ideas, see if we can kind of work together on working on some of those things that you just mentioned, maybe getting the energy back and kind of thinking through some of those darker moods and get you feeling a little better. Does that sound okay?
Okay.
Okay. So can you think of a time when you had a little bit more energy?
Well, yeah, before I moved here, I was, I didn't have this issue, so I was, I exercised more regularly, stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
And how long ago did you move here?
I moved here about 4 months ago, yeah, like the end of, when was that? Like the beginning of February.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So was that a pretty big move, or?
Yeah, I moved from Chicago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All the way to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how has it been so far? It sounds like your energy has changed. Did you move for a certain reason, or?
Well, I'd always wanted to live out in this part of the West, in the Northwest, and I applied for a job, and I got it, and so I thought, well, I'm going to do it.
Well, good job.
Thank you.
That's great. What's the job? What are you doing?
I work at Antioch University in the admissions office. I do administrative work there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Is that what you've done before, that type of work?
Yeah, I did an administrative job in work in Chicago, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So it sounds like you're being very productive despite your kind of lower energy.
Well, I'm working. I have a job.
That's great. That's huge.
Yeah, well, I couldn't have done it without a job, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have any close friends or family? Do you have a support system out here yet?
Mm-mm.
No.
No friends, yeah.
Okay. Do you have a support system back home in Chicago?
I don't have a lot of friends. I was pretty shy in school,
Mm-hmm.
so I do have a couple of friends still from when I was actually a child, so I see them sometimes. And my parents live in Chicago, so I would see them, intermittently.
And remind me, I don't remember if you said kind of what prompted the move. I know you said that you hadn't been out to this side, so it was just kind of was it a spur of the moment change, or?
Well, I've been thinking about moving for years,
Mm-hmm.
and I just liked this part of the world,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was kind of just regularly sort of looking at jobs, and this came up, and I applied for it. So I
Okay.
got it, and I thought, well, give it a try. So.
Mm-hmm. And what else is going on for you? It's like a typical day for you.
Well, right now, the way it's been working, so I started the job back in February, and the first month was kind of like, just trying to get everything set up and get a place to live and all that stuff. And so since then, it's been pretty much, I go to work, I come home, I make dinner, I go to sleep. That's kind of it. I'm fortunate that I get off early at work. I have been taking these long naps in the afternoon, though, like 2-hour naps or something. So.
And what time are you going to bed usually?
Well, it depends. I try to get to bed early because I like to get up early. So I try to get in bed sometime between 9 and 10. But I have been having trouble sleeping. I've been having trouble where sometimes I have trouble falling asleep. And then other times I have trouble, like I'll wake up and I can't get back to sleep.
And then what do you do when you wake up?
When I wake up, well, I try and go back to sleep. I lie there and just start, trying to go back to sleep, and I start thinking about stuff, or I can't. It's just hard for me to get back to sleep.
What kinds of things do you think about? What are the main things that pop up?
Well, like, did I make the right decision? Maybe I should keep my options open. Maybe I should think about moving back to Chicago.
So it sounds like this change has been a big transition for you, and you're just kind of feeling it out, seeing if it's a good fit for you.
Well, I'm concerned because I don't feel like myself, and I don't know if that's because I made the wrong decision to move out here.
Well, tell me more about who you really are. I'd love to know more about, who the real Cecily is.
What does that mean?
Like when you feel your best, when you feel really on, and you have that energy. What's your personality like, or things you like to do when you're feeling good about yourself?
Well, when I was in Chicago, I liked to go on long walks. The lakefront is all park, so I would walk to walks, and I rode my bike. Those are things that I really like to do, and I want to do them here. That's kind of like what I like to do.
So kind of active, you like nature. So it's this kind of nice scenic spot where you're at now, right? Seattle has a lot of nature, and are you able to ride your bike out here?
I haven't really had the energy to do that. Yeah, that's one of the concerns I have. So, yeah.
And then what kind of prompted you to come in here? Did you hear about it from someone, or did you?
Well, I think I saw something posted at school and at the university where I work, and also, like I said, I just haven't been feeling like myself. So something's not right. Yeah.
And can you tell me a little bit more about, your family and where you come from? What's Chicago like? And
well, Chicago, I grew up on the near south side, so and my parents still live there, and they're both still alive. And I live on the north side of Chicago, so it's pretty far from there, from where they live. They're Catholic, and I was Catholic growing up, I guess, but I've kind of left the church. That really didn't speak to me as I got older. I have a sister who's a lawyer who lives in the Gold Coast, which is like just off of the downtown area. It's kind of a sort of like right on the lake, and so high-rise apartment building, condos. She's pretty successful, and I live further north from that.
And then do you talk to your sister?
A little bit, yeah. We usually check in about once a month, maybe 2 times a month.
And what was it like growing up with your sister?
Well, my sister was really outgoing. She was very, very good in school, really high achiever,
Mm-hmm.
and she was the eldest. She got a lot of attention and recognition. And I was sort of different, shy,
Mm-hmm.
and didn't have very many friends. And so, you know, she was the big sister in so many ways. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
And how much older is she than you?
She's 5 years older than me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you identify as a little bit shyer, a little bit quieter.
Well, I am. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. And what did you like in school? What were your favorite subjects?
Probably like English, literature, stuff like that.
Do you still like that now, reading and?
Yeah, I guess I haven't really been reading very much since I've been here. I've been sort of, I was really preoccupied with finding a place to live and
Right.
getting set up and all that. And then work started. And so I've really just been kind of doing the basics, trying to get settled,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a big move like this before?
No.
No, so this is the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's pretty big life change. What does your family think about your big move?
Well, they don't really understand it, why I would move so far away from them, and that's been my whole life and that kind of thing. So
Mhm.
they don't quite understand it, but sometimes it's good to move away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And is there anything that you think that I could maybe help you with, or something that our agency provides? Do you have any kind of idea for what a goal might be for our time together?
Well, I would just like to kind of figure out, why I am sort of don't have my energy, and I feel sort of achy, but I'm not really sick, and and why I don't feel normal. I'd like to find out what that's about.
And I think I've asked you, but forgive me for asking again. What does normal look like for you?
Well, normal for me would be being more active, riding my bike, going for walks,
Okay.
having a few friends maybe would be good. Yeah.
And are you in any kind of romantic relationships, or?
No.
No, you're single.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any children?
No.
No. Okay. And I guess it sounds like you've been feeling kind of this way, lower energy, for about 4 months now, since you've.
No, probably about 3 months.
3 months.
I moved out here 4 months ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever felt like this before?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything that might have kind of made this change for you? Do you think it's just the move, or is there anything else you can think of?
Like what?
I don't know. I mean, if you can kind of think back on maybe something that changed in your life, or something that might have, I don't know, caused just a change in your energy level.
No, it's really just since I got my job and got into the routine. So.
And do you like your job?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not too far away. The money's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's enough for me not to have to worry about paying my bills and stuff. And I get out early, which is really nice. So I have a chunk of the afternoon as well as the evening. People seem nice. It's a university environment, so it's kind of positive.
That's good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So,
And what other kinds of jobs have you had before?
well, I worked in a small college in Chicago, doing the same kind of thing.
Mhm, okay.
Doing administrative sort of backup work, and let's see, what did I do before that? I was there so long. I did, yeah. Well, I tried to do some restaurant work, but I don't have the personality for that.
Oh, really? Serving?
Yeah, and managing, but it's just I don't have that personality, I guess, for that. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody.
No.
The restaurant industry can be a little tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's see if I'm getting this right. So you moved in February from Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
where your mom and dad still are. They're not totally sure why you'd want to move so far,
Mm-hmm.
but you did it anyway, and it's kind of it sounds kind of like an exciting change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that right? Or maybe I got that wrong?
Well, it seems like there's a lot of potential out here to be exciting.
Mhm.
You know, it's so beautiful and different from where I came from. So, I mean, there's mountains here. I've never lived near mountains.
Right.
And essentially, I'm close to the ocean, I suppose. You know, it's the sound and then the ocean. And that's very different. I mean, I grew up on a huge body of water.
Mm-hmm.
Different, like an inland sea, but no salt or, you know, marine life like that. Yeah, so I mean, I was excited about the idea. I thought it would be nice to try something different. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. And I guess what are some things that you're thinking about for your future? What do you get excited about when you think about what's to come in the next month or year even?
Wow, I don't know. Well, I was hoping that I could, you know, get to know the area a little better, maybe do some hiking or get out and see what the mountains look like close up. I've also been thinking about maybe moving back to Chicago, and, you know, what would that look like? You know, if maybe that's what I should be doing, and or how long should I wait or see if that's what I want to do or not. And
What do you think some of the pros and cons would be of you moving back to Chicago?
well, I know the city very well.
Mhm.
My family's there. You know, it's familiar.
Mhm.
Um,
What about some of the things that are not so great about moving back to Chicago?
It's a really, really, really big city. There's a lot of, it's very urban, a lot of violence. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you have to sort of be on guard about
Mhm.
all the time. Traffic, although traffic here seems bad.
Traffic is pretty bad
For a
here.
smaller city, this is
Yeah.
not great. Yeah, I mean, there's a comfort in I suppose, being where it's familiar.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the positives of being out here in Seattle?
Well, I really like the weather. It's much milder,
Right.
and I do like the hills and the flora, fauna stuff is really different.
Mm-hmm.
Really lush. I don't really have a sense of the people yet. But like I said, I'm kind of shy, so that might take a while. I don't know. But yeah, I look out and I see the mountains, and I need to go there. It's not very far away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would like to go there.
Do you particularly like to hike alone, or do you like to go with?
Well, I've never really hiked alone. I've done a lot of walking alone. So I don't know how I would how comfortable I would be doing that. And I don't know that much about hiking in the mountains. I know it's a little different because the weather, from what I understand, can change really fast and stuff like that. And I don't really know what that means, or it sounds like you need to be a little more prepared for things. So that, you know, I realize that I can't just go.
Up and go, right. I just know that they have some groups out in Seattle, folks who just want to get together and talk, or maybe not, and just kind of explore nature and have a buddy system so that you're not feeling vulnerable out in the mountains. So it's something they have out here. I think there are other people who may be similar to you, a little bit more shy, but really appreciate the nature.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people like to go hiking out here, get out in the nature.
What's it called? Yeah.
It's some type of meetup group.
Oh, really?
Do you have access to internet?
Sure.
Yeah, something to think about, maybe. And maybe not. But it's nice to know what you like. I think that's a really nice strength of yours. You know what you like, you know what you might not like, and you know, I think it's pretty understandable that you're having some second